the new Zenith Chronomaster original triple calendar. What a watch. Let's talk about it. But first, I'm not an expert. I'm just a nerd about things to do with watches. So if I get something wrong, let me know. If I get something right, tell me well done down in the comments. And whilst you're down there, why not subscribe and ding that bell icon so you never miss another video. So it's LVMH Watch Week at the moment, and they are releasing a ton of watches. We can't make videos on all of them as much as we'd like to, just because it's me and Terry and we both have jobs. We're going to be picking a couple of our favorites throughout the week and making videos on them. We've made one on the Dato glass box tag. Amazing watch, beautiful watch. And here's our second pick of the week, the Zenith Chronomaster Original Triple Calendar. Now, if you are a fan of Zenith, you'll be aware that back in 1969, the El Primero A386 was designed to accommodate a triple calendar, a moon phase and a chronograph. Now, Zenith only made 25 of these prototypes, and because the normal automatic chronograph, which was one of the first ever made, sort of picked up, they abandoned these plans. Now, these original examples, there was an example sold in 2012 for 40 grand. There was one in 2015 for 75 grand. But Zenith, in digging through their archives, they've made it a full release, and I could not be happier about it. There's 3 new models. There is a white one, which is a panda, which is really cool. There's a slate grey sort of reverse panda one, and there is a green one. Now, Terry likes the green.
I love the green.
Terry very much likes the green. And all of these models are either available on a steel bracelet or a matching coloured leather strap. The green, I should say, we're not going to talk about all too much because it is a Zenith boutique exclusive, so not widely available. Cry about it. So, the slate grey, first of all, it's a direct callback to those original prototypes, and the other two are a modern take. These aren't a one-to-one reissue. One of the big changes is they have rose gold indices, and I think they look really nice. It's a bit more dressy, it's a bit more contemporary, and very beautiful. One of the big significant changes that they've done is they've taken the El Primero 3610 movement and they have mashed a calendar module into it. It's the same base movement, moving at 5 Hz, and that chronograph hand moving at 10 Hz, which is absolutely unbelievable. So that chronograph hand is zipping around the dial once every 10 seconds, and I will never get used to it. The only watch that's cooler than it to watch in action is the El Primero 21, is the Defy 21, where that hand goes around once a second, and that's really, really cool. Zenith, if you're after an automatic chronograph, Zenith's sort of your one-stop shop if you want something that is cutting edge technologically. They're just awesome. It's going to be $13,900 on a bracelet or $13,400 on a strap. Not all that bad, actually, when you consider what this watch has. So, what does this watch have? Well, it's got a couple subdials to start off with. It's got a subdial at 3 o'clock, which is it's essentially small seconds. It's got a subdial at 9 o'clock, which looks like a minute counter. And it's also got a subdial at 6 o'clock, which amongst other things is a moon phase. Yes, this watch has a moon phase and it is stunning. It looks so nice. I have played around with all of the colors of this watch. They are beautiful. These watches, I have to say, they look really nice. They are so feature rich. It's got month at sort of 2 o'clock. It's got day of the week at 10 o'clock, and it has the date at 4:30. So if you want a 10 Hz chronograph with a triple calendar and a moon phase, so a watch that literally will do anything that you ask it to, even looking dressy, because this is a very dressy looking watch, it's phenomenal. What about the specs? Because I am going to get to something about this watch that's negative. Just give me a minute. So it's 38 millimeters in diameter, which is, again, beautiful. I love it. It fits in terms of its diameter really, really nicely on the wrist, and it's 13 millimeters thick, which, given everything it's got, this watch, is insane. We've just covered the Carrera Dato glass box, and that's like 14 millimeters thick for just a chronograph and a date. This has a moon phase and a triple calendar complication, and it's thinner by a whole millimeter. I think that's mental. Zenith is on a roll with some really, really nice releases, and I, like many people, have never paid much attention to Zenith, but this watch is really going to make a lot of people sit up and take notice. Even the Chronomaster's done that as well. The Chronomaster's spectacular, but the El Primero is such a mainstay of the watch industry, and they've just taken an amazing watch and added so much stuff for actually not a terrible price at less than $14,000. Yeah, you gotta be impressed with them. It's got a couple little pushers as well, so it doesn't just have the crown and your chronograph pushers. It's got some pushers that you'll need a tool to change the day and the date and stuff. Now, I mentioned I had a complaint about this watch, and it's not something you can find in any articles or anything, because I've obviously had the chance to wear this watch. I think the only complaint I have about this watch is when you're wearing it on a steel bracelet, the lugs don't wrap around the wrist very well. As I said, it's a great sized watch, but the lugs don't wrap very well, and the strap at the lugs sits a bit proud. So there is a bit of a gap between where the bracelet starts and your wrist, like maybe big enough to get a pencil in or something, which is a bit weird. So I would personally definitely get this watch on a strap. Honestly, I think that complaint about the wearability of the bracelet is a complaint that maybe reaches to a couple El Primero models with the same sort of case. Their watches, their cases, their movements and everything from Zenith are exemplary. I just personally think they could slightly up their bracelet and strap game. It's not just me saying that, there are other people that say that. But my overall impression of this watch is it's my favorite Zenith. It's my favorite one I've played with. I love the Chronomaster. I love the Defy. It's just not me. It's not something I'd wear, but this is something I'd wear. It's something I'd love. It's just awesome, and I'm a big fan of it. Oh, and their pilots are really cool. The Zenith Pilot, that's a really cool watch. It's like a round aquanaut. It's a weird one. Zenith released a limited edition El Primero triple calendar in 2014 as well. But yeah, it was limited edition and it was 42 millimeters. Far fewer people cared. This is much better. This is a lot better. Oh, it's so nice. 46 millimeter lug to lug, if you're wondering, to match that 38 millimeter diameter. And I haven't mentioned it yet, but I'll tell you, 50 meter water resistance. Not that you're really gonna care about that if you try and dive with this. You're an idiot. It's 60-hour power reserve, which is very good for an El Primero triple calendar. It's very, very good. And as I said, features the caliber 3610 just with a bolted on module. It's a beautiful watch. It's got all the features you could shake a stick at. It's not a stick, but you get my point. It's a good price. Very beautiful watch. I just wish they would fix that issue with how it sits. There's quite a few people where I went to try it on that actually highlighted how it sits on the wrist is a bit weird and proud. Didn't find that issue on a strap. I think Zenith just need to update their bracelet options and stuff, make them a bit more quality to reflect how amazing the rest of their watches are, because they are. Zenith deserve more respect. What about you, Terry? What do you think?
Well, my problem with Zenith is...
What?
I had the same name as my insurance company for my car.
You heard it here first, everyone. Zenith insures Terry's car. So if you see a white VW Tiguan, is that what it is?
T-Cross.
T-Cross. If you see a white VW T-Cross driving around, it might be Terry. So why not just throw a brick at it? No, don't do that. Don't do that. Please, don't. That was a joke. If you love this watch, let us know down in the description. I say that every single video. Down in the comments. Let us know down in the comments. If you hate this watch, in the comments as well. Whilst you're down there, subscribe, ding that bell icon so you never miss a video, and like, didn't say that yet, and watch yourselves.